You look at Orlando, they've been enjoying a truly spectacular run this season, sitting on top of the mountain in the first place spot. And of course, Boston, pretty far behind right now.
You know, for the Celtics, there is a lot of talent on this team, and they've delivered. They're having a great season, and it's only left their fans wanting more.
Well, how about the momentum they have built to get off to this fantastic start? All positive vibes right now for this group.
And the starting lineup for the Magic. Wagner and Isaac, the duo at forward. MP is out there with Jalen Suggs. And it's Wagner in at the 5. And for Boston, the core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, down low. About halfway through the year now, Doris, some teams that started off well have run into trouble.
Brian, doesn't it almost feel like an inevitability that over the course of such a long season, adversity is bound to set in, and sometimes it takes many forms. Sometimes it's as simple as an injury. Sometimes you've had a tough stretch of games, maybe 4 or 5, on the road against tough competition, and then you get your confidence shaken a little bit. This is the beauty of the league. Winning is hard.
And let's check in with Allie. She's got the latest on MP.
Thanks, Brian. Tonight's game features 2 players in the MVP race, MP and Jason Tatum. And when I approached MP about the matchup, he told me, look, Jason is one of the best scorers in the game. We just have to do our best to crowd him and limit his looks on the perimeter. We'll see how it plays out.
Great stuff. Thank you, Allie. He goes up and finished off by Tatum.
I love it, Jason Tatum not settling for a jumper. He goes to the rim with authority.
And Porzingis with the block. In transition, here they come. Tatum with it. Now guarded by MP. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, B.A. At 7'2", it isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think, as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence.
That's his first personal foul.
Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
And that one misses. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Hey, guys. Well, the Magic were one of last season's most improved teams. And with the addition this summer of Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, they've addressed an area of real need. A player who can space the floor, add to their already stout defense, and has championship pedigree. They're going to continue to rise in this league, guys.
Absolutely. All right, Shams, thanks very much.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Now here's MP. Playing Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable.
And that's what they want. To do. Get him open looks early.
Outside Porzingis. Pass to White. Takes the three. Knocks down the triple.
Well, a corner three for Derek White. Surprise. Surprise. This guy will light you up if you give him shots.
Here's G. That one drops. 3 for 6 now. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
There's 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
Here's Porzingis. Over Wagner. Porzingis misses.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look. We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Orlando leading. From deep, MP. Sinks it from distance. G's got 11.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Holiday passes to Tatum. White for 3. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum.
Wow, how about the start to this game? Taking excellent shots, capitalizing on everything the defense is giving him. This is great stuff.
Now here's MP. 11 points in the game. Count the basket. He's got 13.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Outside Tatum. Here's Holiday. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, good execution and close. Holiday likes mixing things up and finishing from this area.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Cornette's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Al Horford comes in for Jason Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Drew Holiday. So Orlando going with an almost entire new group here. Batase's checked in for Wagner. Wendell Carter comes in for Isaac. Black's checked in for Wagner. And Cole Anthony subbed in for Suggs. Now here's Brown. Consistent production from him, averaging just over 26 a game. 4 on the clock. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Black. Orlando leading by 4. Here's MP. That shot off the mark. Horford with some nice D.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Hauser passes to Cornette. And the 3 off target. And so MP will bring it up for Orlando. And they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Magic. Oh, what a quarter. He was absolutely on fire offensively. We'll be back in a moment. For those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
On the court for the Magic, Wendell Carter is out there with Wagner. Then it's Goga Bitadze, then it's MP, and it's Black in at the point guard position. Hey, Horford from range.
That's a veteran shot right there. Al Horford immediately answering back with a 3 of his own. Go ahead, big fella.
And you know, you look at someone like Peyton Pritchard, Doris, heady guy who doesn't make many mistakes.
NBA, maybe his best attribute in my mind is the competitive spirit and the motor he plays with. He's a fearless shot taker, either inside or from three-point range. He makes excellent choices with his passes. But again, I go back to that competitive toughness.
Here's Pritchard. No points so far. Lets it go from 11. It's hauled in by the Magic. And here's MP. For 3. Again, MP missing. Celtics trail by 7. Out to the right wing. All sorts of time. And that one comes up a bit short.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Pass to Black. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
To the middle. Here's Horford. Oh, getting it done. Horford gets it to go.
Nice work from the veteran big man Al Horford getting things done inside.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss. MP's got 8 points in the quarter. The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, G in their last game against the Bucks was a man on a mission. He scored 53 points, and he was big on the glass, posting a season-high in rebounds. And just a huge game for him. His coaches would love to see him do it again. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit. Now shooting the three ball at almost 60%. They've been blazing this second quarter.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. A big group substitution here for Orlando. Wagner's checked in for Bataze. Isaac comes in for Carter. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Wagner. And Suggs is subbed in for Black. 1:49 left to play in the first half. Pass to Porzingis. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. A look at how all-star voting is going thus far.
And so much fun to see the tallies start to come in. See how things start to look.
Well, you look at Tatum. Looking pretty comfortable in that starting five for the East. He's second thus far.
And that's a reflection of just how unreal his season has been. To play second in this tough Eastern Conference is very impressive.
And keep checking in for the latest and all-star voting results. Now here's MP. Fires for three. That shot missing. 1:24 left in the first half. Pass to Porzingis. And it's off from three-point range.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
So it's Orlando now, after the basket by Boston and the basket by MP.
He's dropping the three ball with incredible consistency. What a barrage here in the first half.
Outside Holiday. 40 seconds left to play in the first half. Fades. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor. Orlando leading by 13. MP with it. Now guarded by Brown. MP against Brown. MP outside. Shot clock at 6. Fires the three. Porzingis grabs the board. Outside White. Down low. Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Sees his man. Threads the pass inside. Excellent teamwork.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Magic out in front. They lead by 11. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
36.
Hey there, everybody. With the All-Star break on the horizon, let's first have a look at the players vying for a spot in the three-point contest.
One thing about this contest, it's very hard to win. Everyone's a great shooter. It comes down to who's hot and who's clutch.
And most of these guys have shown they can do both of those things here in the regular season. Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Magic.
Obviously, they've been locked in from range. Your confidence grows as each shot goes in. It becomes contagious.
Yeah, in the second half, though, they got to mix it up a little more because those who live by the three, you know the rest.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, he really outdid himself in that first half. Stepped up and gave them a big lift.
A huge bonus. Boy, when he's contributing like this, it makes everything easier for his team.
Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot. That's the Boston 5. Gee, no good.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
White finds Holiday. White with it. And here's Brown for 3. Again, Brown missing. And he's made a case for first-team all-defense. Doris, Jaylen Brown, the complete game.
Brian, what you love to see from a great player that's just entering their prime is the pride they take in being well-rounded. Do you want to...
Oh, throw it down!
Can you say elevation?
Oh, my goodness. How about that move by Jaylen Brown? That is spectacular.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here's MP from outside. MP making the long-range connection.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Outside Tatum. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Suggs. Orlando leading by 12. MP inside. He's guarded by White. Out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball. The Magic making a switch here. Anthony's checked in.
Cole Anthony.
And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for Boston. They host the Hawks after this one. That'll be the second of a 2. Substitution here for Boston. Cornette's checked in for Porzingis. Horford comes in for Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Drew Holiday. 1:02 left in the third quarter. And here's MP from outside. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Here's Pritchard. Still no points. Outside, Brown. Back to Pritchard. 6 on the shot clock. There's the triple. Gets the 3 to fall.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Horford against Isaac. Pass to MP. From deep. Connects again from distance.
His shooting has been something that we rarely see, and he's sustained it all year long.
Wow, what a ride he is on as he closes in on second place on the single-season three-point leaderboard.
And he's already surpassed Curry's mark from 2019. Next up is James Harden's total from that season, 378.
And so it's the Orlando Magic closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Their work from distance has been impressive, and it's put them in this lead right now. We'll be right back after this word. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Magic, the Wagner brothers on the floor. Franz at the 3, Mo in the middle. Jalen Suggs out there with MP, and it's Isaac in at the 4-man spot. Pritchard, the pass to Horford. Here's Hauser. And a miss there on the triple.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Isaac finds MP. MP converts on the break.
Getting buckets at a critical time. Just give him the ball and let him go to work.
Here's Hauser. Horford outside. Pass to Pritchard. From behind the arc. And it's Tatum missing. Orlando leading by 13. MP inside. There's the 3. Sends it home from three-point land. G's got 5 points in the quarter.
You can see MP just looking to continue to refine that three-point shooting.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. The kick to Tatum. Looking to get it going. Again, the miss by Boston.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's... forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
MP no good.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
Tatum passes to Hauser. Isaac with the steal. Here's Wagner. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Well, the big man, Mo Wagner, getting to it. Nice finish.
Celtics trail by 18. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Cornette. Brown comes in for Horford. Derek White's checked in for Hauser. And Holiday subbed in for Pritchard. Tatum passes to White. Holiday a screen on MP. To end the run. Orlando with the rebound.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Puts up a 3. Pure from three-point range. MP's got 8 points here in the quarter.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Holiday with the ball. On the wing, Tatum. And several years ago, the NBA introduced the Supermax. How do you think it's worked out, Doris?
Yeah, I think every decision, Brian, that the league makes is trying to make sure that everybody has an equal opportunity for a championship. This particular implementation has made it easier for small market teams to retain their stars. And think of the opportunity to get big draft capital. That's huge.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Celtics. So Boston ends up going with a new group.